thanks for joining us. I'm Gaia Figueres, the Food and Dining Editor for the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. Atlanta loves to eat, all of us know that, and we eat anywhere, including at the airport. That's where I find myself today. I am here on Concourse D, near gates 5 and 6. The restaurant is Chicken and Beer. It opened a couple of years ago, and one of the names behind it is Ludacris, the rapper and artist. Another name behind it is Todd Richards. Todd, I'm going to bring you on in here.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Thanks for having us.
Yes.
The reason that we're here is because Chicken and Beer is doing a menu change. We're pretty excited to check out what you guys are doing.
I'm excited to change the menu. You know, it's a little bit difficult to change menus in the airport, but, you know, we finally got to a really good place and we're ready to debut it to the public.
That's awesome. When we were talking earlier that an airport is pretty much like its own little city.
It is. I mean, basically, it is a city of its own, you know, and it's so crazy. Like, it can rain on one side of the airport and not rain on the other side of the airport, which will affect business, you know, and throughout the entire airport.
Right. Okay, so for folks who don't know, we know it's called Chicken and Beer. Obviously, those are two important things here.
Right.
But let's talk about basics. This is a Southern concept.
I would say it blends the line between upscale Southern, emphasis on parts of soul food as well. But we do it with a lot of fine dining techniques, but we still make it really approachable for all the guests.
Right. Now, for folks who are familiar with Todd Richards, you know him right now also as the face behind Richard Southern Fried.
That's correct.
And you did just put out a cookbook earlier this year. Congratulations.
Yes.
It's called Soul.
It's called Soul.
But some folks know you from quite some time ago, and you've had a long relationship here at the airport.
Yes. So I was on the opening team for One Food South. So it's myself, Dwayne Nutter, Jerry Slater, with Jackman Hospitality, who owns Chicken and Beer with Ludacris. And it's so much fun to see that 10 years of one restaurant go from what no one really knew was going to be in the airport to having a James Beard nomination to seeing it blossom and be one of the busiest restaurants in the entire airport.
Right. And now that's the goal with this one too.
Yes, most definitely.
All right. So talk a little bit about some of the menu changes that you made.
Well, you know, this right here, I really wanted to have some fun and say that what do you do when you go to someone's house? You bring out a snack tray, and we really want to have a welcoming dish for everyone because people drink a lot of beer naturally. Right. And it's like just a welcoming dish of just really fried chicken skins with hot sauce, some deviled eggs, a little bit of pickles, celeries, and ranch. You got to have ranch.
You have to have ranch.
You know, so that's one of my favorite dishes that we just
right. And we'll actually point this out. First of all, I can attest that this is very tasty. I've already tried it this morning. And the hot sauce, this is a recipe. Is that correct? One of your recipes from your book.
Yeah, this is a hot sauce recipe from the actual book that we put on this dish.
All right, so if you don't have the book, you can actually taste it. You can have it right here. And the name of the plate again is called the
snack tray.
Okay, the snack tray. Easy enough.
Easy enough. So then here we have a blackened catfish sandwich. And we really wanted to highlight tomatoes, green tomatoes, because this time of year, green tomatoes are actually really delicious, you know, and they're still growing. So a little bit of green tomato chutney and then tater tots. Tater tots are like my favorite as a kid. I grew up in Chicago, and we went to Catholic school, so, you know, tater tots was always there in the lunch menu. So this is one of my favorite dishes with rosemary and a little bit of garlic.
Everything has to bring us back to our childhood.
I mean that's the basis of how delicious food is discovered. Let's go to the salmon croquettes.
Okay. And if you're just joining us, I'm Gaia Figueres, the dining editor at the AJC. I'm here at Chicken and Beer. It's a restaurant inside Atlanta's Hartsfield-Jackson Airport, one of the busiest airports in the world, where the food is absolutely, you have many, many options. One of them is Chicken and Beer. So it opened a couple of years ago. The name behind it is Ludacris. And Todd Richards is actually the culinary director for Jackman Hospitality, which operates Chicken and Beer. So go ahead, we're talking about some menu changes happening here.
Well, so on this menu change item, we added a salmon croquette, and we want to make it to a slider because I think salmon croquettes are just synonymous with the South, and it's a lot of fun. Zucchini slaw on top of it, a little bit of spice in it so you can break up all that delicious salmon, and a little bit of hot sauce mayo on these sliders right here. And this is also recipes from the book as well. So the salmon croquette and the hot slaw is on there as well. I
also tasted this dish, and one of the neat things about it is it's very light and refreshing. I don't feel heavy or weighed down, which is kind of a nice thing if you're going to be in an airplane. I guess unless you want to fall asleep. All right, and now we've got this monster here.
So this is, I'll hold it down just a little bit here. This is our pot liquor, collard greens, cornbread, fried chicken, pickled egg. And I've been known for doing creative things with collard green dishes.
Yes.
And,
right. If any of you have not gotten the Richard Southern Fried, it's time you tried.
Right. So we're doing that same dish here, but we're adding cornbread, the fried chicken, and the pickled egg. People say, why would you put a pickled egg in here? It provides some creaminess to the greens and a little bit of acidity to the greens as well.
That's beautiful.
So one of my favorite dishes that we're putting on there.
And when we talk about menu change, this is the same lunch and dinner menu, right? One menu for that. Yeah. Okay, and now I guess we're getting to dessert.
And dessert, yes. We added a butter peach waffle because we sell a lot of waffles already. Right. And I said, why not, utilize, instead of making a peach cobbler, because everyone knows about restaurants in the airport, our kitchens are very small. So let's utilize a waffle instead of the crust and do the peaches right on top. And that's how we came up with the butter peach waffle.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. And then we'll finish with a little bit of whipped cream and sometimes some pecans in there as well.
That's delicious.
Thank you.
Wonderful. And that's it, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Anything else we need to know about the menu? These are the big changes?
These are the big changes, but the same way we approach all chicken, we brine it first. It takes 20 to 24 hours before we even serve it. We use really high standards of chicken, and we really want to make sure that people have delicious food in the airport. That's the most important thing, and beverage, of course. But
right.
our goal is to make sure that local restaurants serve really delicious food to all the travelers, because not only are we representing ourselves, we're representing the entire city of Atlanta.
Right. Now, one question for you. How much chicken do they go through in a week? Do you know?
I would say in cases over 200. Over 200 cases of chicken per week. And if it's a travel weekend, such as a holiday, they even double to 400.
Wow, that's a lot of chicken.
It is. I think all the chickens in the world are mad at me because between Richards and here, we sell a lot of chicken. So.
Chef, thank you very much. It's nice to see you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And we're going to shift over this way. Sure, we're going to pass the mic along, and I'm going to head over to the bar. It's a little bit early this morning to be drinking, but we do want to highlight a few things happening on the beverage side of things. So I am standing here with beverage director Ramsey Cashman. Hello. Well, hey, I don't know if it's too early or not. If you're just joining us, I'm Ludacris, the dining editor at the AJC. I'm at Chicken and Beer. It's one of the restaurants at Atlanta's Hartsfield-Jackson Airport. It's a sister restaurant, actually, to One Flew South, which is a highly acclaimed restaurant also in the airport. Both of them are operated by Jack Martin Hospitality, and you are the beverage director for both restaurants.
That is correct.
All right, so talk to us a little bit about we saw some menu changes on the food side, and now you've introduced some changes on the drink side. So
absolutely.
Tell our viewers about it.
Let me get this thing on. There we go. So what we've done here, last year when I came on board, we changed the program. We added some cocktails to it.
Okay.
It was lacking a really craft feel to it.
Okay. Which is something that One Flew South is kind of known for.
Absolutely, and that's one of my babies over there.
Okay.
That's my program. So over at One Flew South, I want to kind of incorporate what we have over there, the craft division, craft side of cocktails.
Sure.
I really couldn't incorporate it here at Chicken and Beer. So when I came on, knowing that this is mainly known for its beer, I was thinking, innovatively, let's make a beer cocktail program here. So we offer what is in front of you.
Okay, so this is a beer cocktail.
Correct.
All right, tell me what's in it.
So this we partnered up with Wild Heaven Brewing out of Decatur.
Okay.
So this is actually.
So we're using a local brew.
Absolutely, always local. So majority of my beers here are local, by the way. That's where we keep it. So Wild Heaven to me has a great easy drinking beer. It's an emergency drinking beer, and with that you can incorporate a lot of different flavors and in this case, I love the flavor of a grenadine that you can make in house.
Right.
So this is hibiscus infused grenadine with Espolòn tequila, and then emergency drinking beer topped. So it's a great fruity, easy drinking beer. I Got a Fight to Catch. It's the name of the cocktail. So
what's the name of it again?
I Got a Fight to Catch. So
all right.
This is one of the ones you grab on the go and you get on out of
here. There you go. So grab and go and get on the plane and feel nice.
Absolutely.
All right, and tell us a little bit about you have a few other cocktails that you added.
Absolutely. So the other cocktails that we added. So we were missing a dessert program here, and the GM really wanted to reach out to me and say, hey, we need those. So I developed two cocktails for them. One is a Fernet-based cocktail.
Okay.
And the other one is a local, again, it's a Old Fourth Ward vodka infused with vanilla bean here in-house. And when it comes out, there's some samples over there.
Okay, here, we can, let's just go grab one here. This right here?
The martini, yeah.
Okay.
In which we're just using...
That looks like dessert there.
It is dessert. Someone's eaten the cookie, I think. It's sunken down, but it's okay.
We can get that in it.
Wow. This, we're infusing local vodka. Everything here, again, we keep local. So local infused vanilla-based vodka. We've got Saint Germain, which is lovely for dessert. We've got some simple syrup, a little bit of caramel simple as well.
Okay.
We've got half and half, and then shaken, topped with homemade whipped cream, and a little vanilla wafer on top. This is a little treat to eat on while you drink.
Nice. So. Something that we can pair with the new peach waffle.
Absolutely.
There we go.
2 sweet things.
There we go. And then talk to us a little bit about your beer program. Absolutely. I know it's important, obviously, that's in the restaurant's name.
It is. So for us here, we have a board that, as you can see, we put up all of our local brews.
All right.
We really try to push everything that's local. So on this board, for example, we're carrying just 4 out of the 8 that we have on tap. With the new mini rollout, we're looking at having a great brewery that's just right in Hapeville, just outside the airport, called Arches.
Okay.
We're big fans of them. So we try to
Arches Brewing, which is in
Hapeville,
right down the street.
Yeah, they're great people, so we like to put them on. Steady Hand is another brewery that's new, and we're opening up in November. I believe it's the first week the brewery opens. They're already on tap here. And also Creature Comforts, who's to us kind of like family. So we try to take care of them.
Wonderful.
But I mean, we just go through our list. We've got Scofflaw, we've got Sweetwater, we've got Monday Night. Everything local that you know and have heard of.
Right.
We have. There's also some things that you've never heard of that we carry as well. So.
Sure. And if you're just joining us, I'm Magaya Figueres, the dining editor at the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. I'm here today at Chicken and Beer. It's a restaurant inside Atlanta's Hartsfield-Jackson Airport. They're doing a menu change, and we're here to get a sneak peek at what those changes are, and they will be coming next week. I'm standing at the bar here chatting with beverage director Randy, but I'm looking out. What a fabulous place.
I know, right?
If you've never sat at the bar here, you can just, I'm watching an airplane just, take off. What an easy way to hang out and have a drink or two, and along with some chicken.
Yeah.
So wonderful. Well, thank you very much for chatting with us. And we're going to pass that microphone over.
Yep. Let's get this going.
We have one more person to add to this conversation. Here, I'm going to pass this to you, Mr. Halpern. This is Daniel Halpern. He is the CEO of Jack Mon Hospitality. Jack Mon operates this restaurant as well as One Flew South.
Correct.
And TGI Fridays here at, nationwide.
Correct.
You want to tell people a little bit about some of the concepts that, especially since you are known as airport concessions, tell them a little bit about, for those who don't know. Sometimes we just think, oh my God, One Flew South is, James Beard nominated restaurant, but they don't think about the big picture of the group behind these.
So Jack Mon Hospitality operates 50 plus restaurants in 7 states in the District of Columbia, primarily TGI Fridays.
Okay.
But obviously we kind of a specialty in airport concessions. So we're in 5 airports now with a collection of unique brands as well as national brands. Mm-hmm. And we operate everything from what you said, One Flew South, which is a James Beard nominated restaurant, all the way down to Charlie's Steakery, which is a QSR steak concept. So we do everything in between. We do a lot of dexterity, but really we're starting to create this whole momentum behind the chef-driven restaurants.
Sure.
One Flew South is pretty much the first chef-driven restaurant in an airport. They kind of created a whole category in the airport scene of kind of more upper-end fine dining opportunities for traveling guests in airports around the country. So we feel pretty good about that kind of, having kind of began that trend.
Sure. And then if we talk about chicken and beer, I mean, one of the exciting things about it is, Ludacris, who is Atlanta-based, rap entertainer, is part of this.
Correct.
And it does have, the feel of him about it. Talk to us a little bit about why that was important to you guys.
Chris, along with his partner Shaka Zulu and Jeff Dixon, we've all been friends for a lot of years. We started working together around a couple of beverage products, and it kind of just grew into, let's do a restaurant. Chicken and Beer happened to be the title of his 3rd album, but it really lent itself to, quality food in the center of the plate, the whole growth of the whole craft beer industry, handcrafted cocktails, but just taking food up a higher level, but also making it very casual, very approachable, and price-wise still very, complimentary to everybody's pocketbook.
Right. Now tell us, what's next for Jackmont?
Well, a couple of things that we're working on. We're obviously looking at more opportunities in the airport space. We're certainly looking at developing chicken and beer out on the streets. We continue to operate our TGI Fridays restaurants up and down the East Coast. And we're always looking at different opportunities to either collaborate with Chef Todd, who's our culinary director, on other concepts. We have a barbecue concept that will be opening up on the west side.
That's what I heard. It's actually, so this is brand new news to a lot of people. Todd Richards is the culinary director for Jackmont Hospitality, and he will be holding up the food program at, what's it called again?
We're still working on a name.
Okay, but it is a barbecue restaurant that's going to be opening in Q1, correct?
Q1.
So by the end of March, we should see that open, and it's going to be on Atlanta's west side.
It's a historic...
Breaking news!
Yeah. Historic restaurant, was run for about 40-45 years, has been shut down for about 15 years. We came across it, and once again, we think it's a great product.
Okay.
What we really like are creating opportunities where we operate restaurants in Philadelphia, Baltimore, the Washington, D.C. metro area, Charlotte, Greenville, Atlanta, and South Florida, that we have these complementary brands that we can grow in these markets. So chicken and beer is perfect for that. We think we can grow that all up and down the East Coast. The barbecue concept, the same thing.
Right.
And really having just a different levels at different price points for guests, things that fit in different communities. So we're very excited about kind of the collaboration that we're doing, more on the innovative side, as we still continue to march down the road with our chain restaurants.
Well, we'll look forward. We'll look forward to seeing Todd's Place open up, a barbecue restaurant.
No problem.
He's joining many other Atlanta chefs who have sort of gotten on the barbecue bandwagon.
Ours will be a little different, but we're excited.
We'll see what happens. Well, thank you very much for having us. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And I'm Gaia Figueres, the dining editor for the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. We'll see you somewhere else next time. Thanks for joining us.